This is T. Corman of the SCP Foundation, continuing Dr. Campbell's request. Let's see. Today is SCP-1956, also known as the Gnomes. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Each instance of SCP-1956 is to be contained in an individual standard humanoid containment chamber. Each instance of SCP-1956 is to be fed standard rations daily. Personnel tasked with interviewing SCP-1956 must read sheet SCP-1956-A-Laogmian, which contains SCP-1956's particularly translated language. Small items, such as culinary mushrooms and cheese, may be given if good behavior is maintained. Description: SCP-1956 is the collective designation of 53 humanoid beings measuring approximately 0.6 meters in height and 8 kilograms on average. They vaguely resemble human infants with striped clothes of varying appearance, covering their entire bodies except for their faces. Testing has revealed these clothes are actually part of their bodies. Even though they possess a varying number of tentacle-like appendages on their heads, they have the same physiological needs as human beings. SCP-1956 are capable of telepathic communication and changing their body structure to generate new limbs. They are also capable of swallowing objects that should not fit inside them. The means through which they achieve this are still being researched. These abilities assist them in their characteristic performances, which involve musical numbers and acrobatic stunts simultaneously. SCP-1956-1 are gasoline-powered robots used by instances of SCP-1956 to play music. They resemble arthropod-like versions of common musical instruments, as well as unidentifiable versions. They seem to possess a rudimentary intelligence and refuse to be played by anyone other than instances of SCP-1956. Let's see, there's an addendum here. Addendum SCP-1956-1, promotional material of SCP-1956's performance. It says, Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting proudly presents the musician Gnomes of Laogmia. Come see wondrous critters with living musical instruments, death-defying stunts, and spectacular musical talent. For 2 days only, this Friday at the redacted County Fairgrounds. There's also another addendum here that's a shot by shot, or not really shot by shot, but minute by minute video log of designated addendum SCP-1956-2, video log 1956-17. Okay, the 0 mark. Instances crawl and jump around the walls, grabbing the bugs with their head tentacles and slowly swallowing them. The bugs thrash around as they do so. 38 seconds in. Instances chew and regurgitate the bugs, now transformed into musical instruments. They bite the instruments so they won't escape. 45 seconds in. Instances start playing. Some start to ride their winged instruments and fly around the stage, often in erratic angles and very close to the audience. They finish by colliding with each other. After falling, they break their bones and then move them back to their original positions without showing any signs of pain. 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Several instances climb on top of each other and combine multiple keyboards into a ring. 3 other instances climb into it and start tap dancing to play music as the others spin the ring-shaped keyboard. After several minutes, they spin it so fast the instances inside the ring combine into a single deformed body. They keep playing for several more minutes, despite signs of extreme discomfort. After the end, the deformed instances lift a guitar above their heads and then swing it down with extreme force, crushing them and part of the ground. They crawl out of the debris now separated. 6 minutes and 32 seconds in. Instances climb on top of each other to form a pyramid-like shape. At the top are two instances balancing themselves on top of a beetle-like instruments. The instances below start spinning and playing as the ones on top try to push each other off into the ground below. The music climaxes as the instances on top jump into the air and hit each other, causing their instruments to break into their components, which fly into the audience's faces while on fire. Before they can hit, the instances grab them with their head tentacles and then swallow them. And then 8 minutes and 30 seconds in, the performance ends. That's the end of that log. Addendum SCP 1956-3 interview log. Let's see, interviewed SCP 1956-17, identified as Wally Udom Ziptzik. There's a single vowel in that last name. Interviewer, agent, and the name's been blotted out. Forward. Due to the incomplete translation of Laogmian, the meanings of some words are estimations. Begin log. Agent, SCP-1956-17. Can you tell us more about your home? SCP-1956-17 or 17. From Laog. Big place. Bigger than this. Stone clouds woven together. Please elaborate. Laog has unknown, assumed, or Kursumi is the word. Rock and metal combined, and we cultivate Uiliskas, a Uilican, of glowing plants to light the places where there are no lights. Dark almost everywhere. Before Kursumi and Uilikos, we were alone and could not travel far. Scared to think of this, Zolims, glad not born back then. Isn't there a ground below? What? Ground empty. Funny to look at sometimes, makes head hurt. Others live there, they say, but I don't believe. Nothing to touch, everyone know. That funny talk, I say. Please tell me more about your species. We are young, Father used to say. Many older things out there. We have many colors and stripes around, not just these you see. Dark almost always, so we play music, dance, and sing. We don't live more than 10 Herzolims, many monsters around, so we have many brothers. But we are smart. We build traps and study monsters, then build monsters that work for us. They are called Harzagum Lublox, and some help us play better music. How did you arrive here? Complicated. We don't know everything, but here goes. We received a visit from a group of you on Marl Hubum Herzulim, but this was not new. You tall guys visited us before, just to hear us play and see us dance. They came from these holes and doors that lead to a place full of books. But we don't know how to get there. The new visitors said they were artists and musicians, a circus. They brought weird animals and toys with them, and more tall guys. But all very different. One was very scary. He had an upside-down face. They brought much food and drink, too, to have this big party before the bet with our Nargolums. What was the bet? We had a competition to see best artists. But this time, they did not want metal or Harazagum Lublox. They wanted me and the others you have here. It was best out of 3, like Nargolum said. First, there was best music part. We won. You should saw it. Valar has had very bad music, very funny. Then came the dances, and Valar brought these tall guys made of wood with strings on them, and they won. On the last part, there was cooking, and their food was so very good. I'm sorry, I should not talking like that. I know they not play fair only way. Did your leaders agree with letting the circus take you? Yes, they did. After all, they won all that cheese, mushrooms, and Hazara Gumlu blocks we never saw before. Can you believe that? Fular won, and he had still the courage to offer them more, as if we were not enough. Thank you. That is enough for the interview. Wait, you tall guys in white are very smart. We heard you talking about the holes and doors those tall guys with the books could make. Do you think you made some for us so we can go back? We miss our families and our home. We will give you anything. I will see what I can do. And that looks like it's the end of the log. Alright. Little living gnome creatures. Nothing surprises me anymore. But that was SCP-1956, the Gnomes.